So partners ask us all the time, where do we start in security? Now, to understand where to start and where we're going, you have to understand first how we got here. First, we connected the world. Now we look at where we've come from as an industry. We've enabled the internet, we've connected offices and businesses. We went from a network that I dial up and I download from to where I'm always connected and I'm always online. Now that's progressively increased to where we're nearly doubling our bandwidth every 18 months. And we have to get smarter about how that runs. So a lot of people talk about SD-WAN as the future. I think SD-WAN is the first step to change the way that we do that. Now to simplify, we're going to go from a connected world to a hyper-connected world. And we're going to lead that charge too. Now what I mean by hyper-connected is the fact that we've plugged in offices and computers. Now we're going to go to plug everything else in. We're going to go to plugging in your house, your thermostat, your dog, your fridge, and even your children. We're going to go to connect more and more things. Now to understand how those changes in connectivity impact everything, we have to have people that are experts at it. That's why we have a mobility in an IoT practice. IoT is so abstract right now that it really means that we're just going to hyperconnect the world one device at a time. And what most people don't know is that when we do that hyperconnecting, we're creating more data than we ever have before. In fact, we create more data in one day than the whole US population did in the 60s. So as we create that data, we have one obligation, and that's to protect it all first. But before we get there, let's talk about understanding it. Less than 1% of the data that's collected is analyzed in a way that gives a competitive advantage and changes the way that a business works. We have an engagement center practice that uses tools and technologies to collect, analyze, and provide it back to people in a way that makes that competitive advantage. That's going to change the way that we function. We're going to automate things. We're going to give people better information at their fingertips to make better decisions for us. But our customers have to find a way for that to be a competitive advantage. As we plug everything in and we collect all this information, we have that obligation to secure it. Every time we plug something new in, we create a security gap. So there has to be a way to broker those solutions to protect that data. That's why we have a security practice. This year alone, Gartner forecasts $98 billion will be spent on preventing more security attacks like the ones we've already seen. Our security practice focuses on where we are today and where the framework is of where we're going and how do we harden our security posture as a result of that hyperconnectivity. And that's where you'll find that there are new and unique ways that we're going to talk about that will address your security concerns with your customers. So stay tuned for the next training as we dive into those solutions.